Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode number 43. This is discussing episodes 15 to 18 of Kamen Rider Amazon. Yeah, in the case of basically, we have a brand new villain organization who did make its debut in episode 14, but basically they run over pretty much the last 10 episodes of this series. Now, they are led by this weirdo known as Zero the Great. Yeah, I'm not going to get into what he actually really is, but yeah, and that symbol on his forehead, that is a symbol of the Grander Empire. Yep, and by the way, here's his followers, the Black followers, which are the grunts this season, reminds me a lot of the Shocker Combat Men. And also, unlike in the case of Gideon, which their followers, which are women, they fought Kamen Rider maybe 2-3 times in 14 episodes. His group actually physically fights Kamen Rider Amazon. Every freaking episode. 16, 17 felt like traditional Kamen Rider. Like for instance, in 16, first time we see this entire series, we see Amazon doing transformation sequence on riding his motorcycle, something that the original Kamen Rider basically did constantly. The other ones did occasionally, but they didn't do it very much. And it seems like we're falling back into the traditional Kamen Rider route, with the more, with the basically stereotypical grunts that we have in here. They don't do he. They don't really do it. They actually are very talkative. Yes, they are very talkative. Excuse me. And their grand plans are... Now, here's the thing about the followers of the Gideon Empire. I mean, mostly they have the same exact style of clothing as the followers of Gideon, except they wear full mask, and they basically all dress in black. Yep, that is simply what they do here. Now, in the case of each of these episodes, 15 is basically we have 4 monsters each of these episodes. By the way, Mo-Man himself basically has got about 2 more episodes and he's pretty much done. And get this, apparently the 15th episode of this series was the 200th episode of Kamen Rider. Yep, aired on Seto Ishimuro's 37th birthday. Interesting. Basically something like this. Now, the grunts. Now, aside from basically the monster, we have Beastmen. Diving Beetle Beastman, which they actually turned his episode into a freaking movie. Yes, for some reason they did. We have Toad Beastman and Tiger Beetle Beastman. Yeah, and Beastman, what is his plan? Turn people into bees and basically try to conquer the world. That's simply to it. He has this thing where he goes back to headquarters. They try to execute, but he basically gets like a chance. And then he gets beaten by Kamen Rider Amazon. Diving Beetle. Oh boy, this guy. Yeah, his whole thing starts basically a destruction of frickin' Tokyo. Yeah, one of a few times basically have these destruction of Tokyo plans. And, it was going on. Then he goes back to headquarters oh, you failed. He's like, wait, it's not over yet. It's still going on. Why are you trying to kill me now? Yes. So... Now here's something I at least got praise for the Grander Empire. They're not having every episode where they're trying to get their hands on the Gigai Amulet. Guess how many times in 4 episodes they actually had a part of their plan to get the damn thing? Once. It's not like in the case of Gideon, where it was the plot of every episode get their hands on this freaking bracelet. It's like the bracelet is not exactly that important to them. Not that really at all. And then also he has this thing where he basically can suck the blood out of Risco, which is like, ooh, but he's like, wait, but he's like, wait, she's Kamen Rider's friend. He's like, really? Yep. That was like more blood, and he does, though she survives, no problem. Yeah, he also apparently poses as a merchant. Yes, apparently he decided to do this for some strange reason. Oh, before I continue here, in case you're curious, though, what happened to Gideon followers after their boss was killed? Actually, he committed suicide after all his heads were basically destroyed. Well, they don't really say what happened to the... Now, by the way, also, 13 is the first and only time we see the modification process. Yes, we see the Geddon scientist, who appear in one episode out of 14. It's like, stupid bug. Yeah, it's like basically, like, they're there. It's like they want to do traditional Kamen Rider, but like, let's not do it. It's like they basically, like, you watch the episodes, it's like they basically try to go against the formula too hard. It's like they want to do their own thing with Kamen and Amazon, but they just can't resist doing traditional Kamen Rider. And I guess basically the studio, I guess this network was not very happy with the fact they didn't feel like traditional Kamen Rider, so basically they ordered the change from Geddon to Grander. Well, for one thing, I think also people will probably. I heard something online apparently that one of the reasons why this is basically considered one of the had the shortest episodes. One of the reasons I've heard was because of the violence. That was mostly the case for the first 14 episodes, mostly with a lot of blood, lots and lots of blood. Oh, by the way, 17 is the first and only time we see this. Where they get this, where whenever the monster dies, he doesn't basically shoot up blood out of his head. Well, he's paint anyways. They actually explode. Yes, for some reason they explode. I'm not sure why, but they do. And by 17, I guess Zero the Great basically is losing patience. Because basically 3 of his monsters, well, first one was actually the one who actually defected from Given. He defected over to him. And after 3 straight defeats, he basically throw a bunch of plans on the ground, like, these are all failures, and kill these off, and then here goes Toe Beast, and he's like, hey, what about my plan? Can I do my plan, please? And of course, basically explains his plan. His plan is to simply cause an eruption of Mount Fuji. Yes, that is his plan. Yeah, it's called the Tokyo, Blast the Top plan, and it's called Tokyo Frying Pan Operation. He basically kidnaps people off of an actual bus. Well, a 70-style bus anyways, not a Greyhound bus, 70-style bus. Where takes him, exception of the kid, that they do get him, and Risho, where the kidnaps them basically become miners to basically mine inside of Mount Fuji to cause an eruption. And eventually you think, oh, they fail? Well, they go back out in the field, get a second chance. Also, apparently, the Amazon gets the idea basically to beat him. And this is the one basically with a little bit like traditional Kamen Rider. He actually looks like, oh, you see him take off his head. No, it looks like a helmet, and there's another head underneath. Yeah, there's no explanation for this. He just takes it off, and he throws it, and comes back, and he beats it. And of course, Amazon beats it with a... Okay, yeah, he actually beats it with, get this, the spinning kick. First time he uses a kick to kind of beat the monster before he uses a big slice. And that's the monster for you. In the case of episode 18 for the series, which features the Tiger Beetle Beastman, who wants to destroy Tokyo via a freaking earthquake. Yeah, an earthquake. Yes, an earthquake to destroy Tokyo. Yep, an earthquake to destroy Tokyo. So they do a test and destroy a freaking lighthouse. And here's the thing: people who live in the house, they actually survived. All that I think the parents are injured, but the kids basically unharmed. She goes to get help, and just by sheer coincidence, she's riding a bicycle by, and she sees Gator Empire just standing there with the earthquake machine. It's like, you saw me, we're gonna kill you, kill a kid, and then she jumps up and she runs. And then she falls, but though she's caught by Amazon. And there's lots of destruction in this episode. My gosh. The amount of destruction basically see in this one episode alone. That's enough worth, probably in today's currency, probably close to about $500,000 worth of damage. But this is the Tokyo, the capital city. It probably took some time to rebuild this damn thing. It's probably, when it comes to Kamen Rider, in the entire franchise, this is probably the most damage they've ever done to Kamen Rider that they've done to Japan. Because mostly they've done a little damage here and there. There was some damage done in episode 16, but this is basically a high amount of places. It was like a bridge attack. There's a hospital that gets destroyed. Though the Beetle himself was defeated by. They apparently also do this new thing where he does a big slice where he look like he just cartoonishly slices them like in half, like vertical and then horizontal, and beat the monster that way. And that's pretty much the episodes in a nutshell. And of course, also the Great basically begs forgiveness with his mysterious leader. Yes, this person he worships. Who is this person, you might ask? They don't really explain who the heck he is into the final episode of the series, which I'll get to probably tomorrow. Because as of basically this recording, I have 6 more episodes left to go for the entire Kamen Rider Amazon. And then basically I move on to basically go on to Dynaman, which I'm looking forward to discussing that one, especially since basically the theme is baseball. Yep, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Cycle of You. Next episode, Comic Corner, and then I might just basically hold off for a bit doing more videos. Okay, next video. Bye.